One of the great things about the NBA is that they quickly remedy any challenge that they have.
Look who's here. John
All
Mayer
right.
is with us. Your good buddy,
Hey,
John
Bill.
Mayer.
Hey, Jason. How are
John,
you, Bill?
Thank you. Have you met my friend the stoker here? He's the volcano stoker.
I have not, but Jason's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Great to meet you, John. I've seen you in concert. You are a virtuoso.
Thank you very much. I've had good nights.
We hope you're going to have a good night here. John, take us through the beginning for you. I know you were chasing it down early on, but there was some parental concern that you were too focused on your guitar.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was the son of two academics. You know, my dad was a high school principal. My mom was an English teacher. And they didn't relate to this kid in his room playing guitar for 4 hours a day. I mean, that's a kind of a trope for a kid who ends up going nowhere in their mind. But it's hard to tell someone you're serious about something. It all looks the same when you're a 15, 14-year-old kid. It looks all the same, like you're a kid in your bedroom. But for me, I was quickly amassing this scholarship of my own on how to play and how to think about music that, there was just no taking me off that path once I got on.
For kids who are trying to become musicians, I wonder, as you say that, like, how did you do that? How did you forge that path? Who'd you study?
Oh, I studied everybody for very long periods of time. I mean, I copied everyone for a long time. And I think that stuff doesn't go away. Even when you think you're not copying someone anymore, you have a little piece. You know, guitar players are very similar to athletes. They have a style, they have a stance, they have a rhythm. And I would move through each player's rhythm and all that stuff and kind of mimic it. And my style came out just after confusing myself into who I was playing or what I was playing until it eventually was sort of me. But there's a question in there I think that's interesting to answer is like, you know, what's the advice for young people playing music? You know, and if there was anything that I could look back on and say that I did that might have been different than those kids was that I just gave myself the job, you know? You can become whatever you want to be as soon as you give yourself the title and take it seriously. So since I was 14 years old, I gave myself the game. I wasn't a struggling musician. I wasn't a wannabe musician. I gave myself the gig. And from that period forward, it was like, okay, how do we make that happen? But I never had an issue of identity with it. I went, this is what we're doing. Now it's a question of how. And I just started thinking of myself like the CEO of a company or something, you know? Everything fell into a project, a time frame. Became like a contractor. Okay, how do I get to this next step in a period of time where I can set a goal and I can meet it? And I think because I was just good at that system building, I never had that moment where I stopped and went, should I be doing this? You know, it was just, how do I do it? I think was the thing.
So John, you say, don't be afraid to do something different. Yet in 2015, you joined what was left of the Grateful Dead. And how has that been different in your life?
Wildly different. I've been a solo artist my whole life, and I always said that I missed the community of being in a band. And I got that in my life, to be a part of a tribe, to be a part of a band. And everything that comes with that, the high highs, the low lows, the struggles, the breakthroughs. I got to be finally like a part of a band, and it changed my life. And the acceptance, I think, that I've been given from the Dead community has been unbelievable, and I cherish it, and I'm careful with it. It's something I value a lot, and it means the world. And your acceptance, Bill, people don't know that you've sort of been a coach to me through the years. You've come up to me and had sidebars with me before shows, especially those early shows where I was the rookie, and you would come up to me maybe almost either knowing or sensing that I could be a little shy or a little conservative, and you would look at me basically before every show and be like, shoot the ball. Shoot the ball. And so I have a lot to thank you for, and you're giving me the confidence to go out there and really take the shots on the guitar and step forward. And I don't know if I would have had the same confidence without you.
What else did he tell you?
You know, it's really just him being very laser sharp. When Bill gives you advice, he looks you dead in the eye and everything stops and he speaks with this cadence. Go out there, give it your absolute all. Don't be shy. They are here to watch you play. Go play to the greatest of your abilities. And some of the greatest compliments I've ever been given were from Bill Walton. And I won't say them because they're sort of boop, boop, boop. But he said some very nice things that sent me on stage with a lot of confidence.